We're going to look at the shape block now as to how you can then bring it into the site and use it to get a bit creative. And then just think slightly differently in terms of how to use this block and how you can then just get creative with it. So in this example, we have got a header image with an image sat over the top. Then below, we have a different color, but it would be quite nice to make the image go over the top between these sections. So at the moment, you know that this image can't go between it. So what we're going to go and do is then create something like that. So let's just drag this right to the bottom. We've made sure that in our section, the fill screen is off. So when I press G on my keyboard, the grid comes right to the bottom. Then let's add the shape block. And then we're going to do something like this. So we'll just nudge it slightly lower, change the color. And then I'm going to change the layering. So this only comes in when two blocks sit over the top of each other. And now here, it's the equivalent of the two sections blending into each other and then working like that. So that's one way that you could go and use the shape block. Let me just show you another way. So another way is we've got our text and our images, and then we could put our text over the top here and then have that kicking through. Now, one approach might be on the image overlay to then get that. If we do this, and obviously if this text then becomes white, then this works. And then fine, we'll just keep with this for now. So one option is you've got this, but let's say we wanted to put a color on it instead. Yes, we could go and change the color and do this sort of thing. But then an alternative is you could then grab the shape block and then you could layer this. And so then send it back. Then in here, we could come in and we could pick the color, change the opacity, just dial that out. Let's put this red in instead. So we could do something like this. And so we've got the text coming through, and then let's just drop this in like so. With our two other buttons, just making sure that we change the layers. So then with these ones, just go and get that again. There we go, and bring this to the front and then pull that out. So we've got this here. Let's just grab our button. And then I'm going to copy the shape. So I'm just doing Command C on my keyboard. Just then nudging the layers correctly back. Select that, change that white. But then we could change this to be a completely different color. So we've got this. And then we could do the same thing. Again, looking at the layering. So again, just an alternative idea as to how you can use that shape block, start to layer it, and then put things over. The same approach also could be done with doing things on a side panel. So then you could take that shape block, then you could have it like this. So then you have got half your screen in one color and then half in the other. So let's just change this to our black, and then we'll send this all the way back. So then we've got half in this color, half in that color. And then we have got our image sitting over here. And then we might have something like this going on. And then let's just quickly grab this text. Let's just pull that in. So then you could do something totally different. Again, just thinking how you could go and use that shape block into here. Yes, we could go and close up this gap should we want to, and be able to remove that bill screen like we were showing a bit earlier. But again, making use of that shape block and using it in a few different contexts. So hopefully that was helpful to think about, and just how you can use that shape block to your best advantage.